This tutorial is to help you understand place value, and place value particularly with whole numbers. We can't understand place value unless we also understand the word value, and there are a few other things that you really need to understand. So here we go. Here is the first one I want to talk about: digits. What are digits? Digits are things that help us write numbers. There are 10 digits, and there are 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 10 digits all together. You've seen them, and you've often possibly just called them numbers. But when we're talking about value and place value, I want you to use the word digit. Here's a test for you. Oh, only just started and already have a test. Okay, ready? And when you get if you get the answer right, just remember, give yourself a point. Question 1, how many digits are there? Get the answer in your head. If you said 10, give yourself a point. List the digits in order from largest to smallest. If you want to stop this video and continue once you've got your answer, you can do that. Here we go. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. I hope you didn't start at 10, because 10 is not a digit, is it? It's 2 digits that make a number. Question 3. Which digit is bigger than 4 but smaller than 6? Answer 5. Easy. Give yourself a point if you got that. Question 4. How many digits are there in the number 465? Get your answer in your head. 3. Easy as. Last question, question 5. How many digits are there in the number 1356? Answer in your head. 4. Well done. So I did that little test just so that we kind of get the idea in your head of what a digit really is. And you'll see that is going to help you. Now, we need to talk about the word value before we get on to place value. In some countries, when students learn about the word value, they also sometimes call it face value. I don't like that. I don't see why we need to give something an extra name when value will just be good enough. Now, the word value, say it to yourself, value, and you need to be able to say it often, simply means how much is something worth. So a $10 note is worth $10. It has a value of $10. 50-cent piece has a value of 50 cents. It's worth 50 cents. $1 million is worth more than $10. $1 million has a greater value than $10. So that word value means how much is something worth. Right, let's have a look here. How many digits are there below? Shouldn't take you long. Answer 12. Now, which digit has the biggest value? Now, we've just spoken about this, right? Biggest value. Think about it, and I've highlighted it there for you in red. I hope you could see that. The answer is the digit that has the biggest value is 9 on that page. How many digits have the same value? Look at all of those digits. How many of them have the same value? Count them up. You can pause the video if you like and then resume. There you go. I've highlighted them for you. Can you see? There are 3 8s. So how many digits have the same value? 3. There are 3 of them that have a value of 8. How many digits have a value of less than 7? You want to count them up. How many digits have a value of less than 7? Well, there you go. I've highlighted them for you in red. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So the correct answer is 7. If you said 6, you forgot about 0. What is the value of the 4 smallest digits added together? What is the value of the 4 smallest digits added together? If you want to pause the video, do that before you get your answer. I'm going to go straight ahead. Well, it's 0 plus 1 plus 2 plus 3. Those are the 4 smallest digits that you could see. And when you add them up, you get 6. Okay, now we kind of got value. So how much is something worth? Now we're on to place value. You needn't be confused about it. It is actually quite simple. And sometimes when students see this, they kind of wonder what it is they've been having problems with all along. Let's have a look. Does 9 always have a greater value than 5? Does 9 always have a greater value than 5? And the answer is no, it doesn't. And if you're not sure of why that is, we're going to talk about our decimal number system. Our number system that we use is called a decimal number system. Can you see those 3 letters D, E, C? You all know what a decade is. It's 10 years. So those 3 letters there talk about 10. Everything in our number system works in tens. So columns. We always start off with a ones column, and then a column that's 10 times bigger, and then 10 times bigger, and then 10 times bigger, and it keeps going. We also try and organize it a bit better by leaving spaces or putting commas in here where I've put these white markers. And we have a decimal point down here. Probably in the past, when you've learned this with whole numbers, you haven't put the decimal point there. I think it's important to see. We must understand that there are actually columns on the right-hand side of the decimal point. But for this tutorial, we're not looking at decimals. We're only looking at whole numbers. So I'm going to only look at everything to the left of the decimal point. I'm going to move this grid over and add some more columns. Just remember, there are decimal columns to the right as well. So this is not the end of it. It carries on there. These are the whole numbers this way. Okay, now look at that 4 there. If I said to you, what is the value of the 4? You should be able to tell me. We've just covered that. The value of the 4, how much is it worth? It's worth 4. If you look at this number, 43, you've got a 4 and a 3. I'm going to ask you, what is the value of the 4? How much is it worth? It's clearly not worth 4. You can already see that it's actually worth 40. You can see it's 4 in the tens column. So that 4 has a value of 40, or it is worth 40. Now, that number 4 has a value of 4, but its place value is 1. Now, different textbooks and different teachers say different things, so I'll say all of them. It's in the ones column. So looking up at the top there, at the arrow pointing to the left, its place value is just 1, or the word 1 like that, or ones with an S on the end, because that's where the ones go, or some textbooks will put a U, or some teachers, for units. So those are the units. So what's the place value of that 4? It's units, or ones, or 1, or 1 written like that. So let's look at the number 43 again. That 4 has a value of 40, but it has a place value of 10. It's in the tens column. So even though it looks like it's just a 4, it's actually worth 40. Why? Because its place value is 10. It's in the tens place. Could be written capital T for 10, or the word 10, or tens. I kind of like that one. Right, 54,321. That 4 there is worth, or has a value of, yes, you got it, it's worth not 4, it's worth 4,000 because it's in the thousands column. So we say it has a place value of 1,000, or capital T, small letter h like that, or the word thousand like that, or thousands. So can you see, basically place value is what column is it in really? What's the value of the column that it's in? Now, slightly, this is probably the only thing you'll ever come across that might give you a little bit of trouble. We're going to, in this number, which is 205,325, we're going to have a look at the 0. And I'm going to ask you, what is the value of the 0? Now, I want you to think carefully before you ask. What is the value of the 0? And the answer is 0. How much is a 0 worth? It's worth nothing. It doesn't matter where you put it. The fact that it's in that big column, it's still just 0. But its place value, right? It's in the 10,000s column. Its place value is 10,000. Written like that. Look at the arrow. Or capital T and then big T, H. So it's T for 10 and then the TH for 1,000. 10,000 in words like that, or 10,000s like that. Okay. And it's as simple as that, guys. There's not much more to it. It's basically what column is it in. Now, at this point, we're going to go through some examples. If you want to have a break and get something to drink or eat or go and get some oxygen into your brain, that's great. Pause the video and then carry on. You won't really need anything to write with here. All of these pretty much should be able to be done in your head. In between, what I will do is I'll put a question on the screen. I'll ask the question. If you think you need time before seeing the answer, just pause the video and then continue when you're ready. Right, on the screen you see the number 207,349. The question is, which digit has the biggest value? Which digit has the biggest value? Get your answer. And it is the 2. Have a look. It's in the 100,000s column. Even though that 9 in the ones column is a bigger digit, it's not worth as much because it's only 9 ones. Look at this one. It's the same number. Which digit has the smallest value? Which digit has the smallest value? In other words, which digit there is worth the least? And the answer is, I hope you didn't get tricked, the 0. You might have put the 9 because you thought, oh, the 9 is in the ones column, but that 0 is worth nothing. That 9 is worth 9 ones. So a lot of people may have been tricked with that. 207,349. What is the value of the 3? What is the value of the 3? Get it in your head. That's 300. That's 3 in the hundreds column, 300. 207,349. What is the place value of the 7? What is the place value of the 7? Get your answer in your head, and here we go. 1,000. See, it's in the thousands column. Or you could write it like that. You could write it like that. You could write it like that. 1,354,786. Which digit has the biggest value? Think about it, point at it, get it in your head. The 1, by far, it's a million. It's 1 million. And even though it's the smallest digit in the number, it is the biggest value. 1,354,786. Which digit has the smallest value? Which digit has the smallest value? 6. It's only 6 ones. 1,354,786. Which digit has a place value of 10,000? Okay. Which digit has a place value of 10,000? Pause the video if you need to think about it. And the answer is coming up. It's the 5. Basically, if you look at that number, we have ones column, tens column, hundreds column, thousands column, 10,000s column. So which digit has a place value of 10,000? It's the 5. $1,354,786. What is the place value of the 1? What is the place value of the 1? Notice not value now, place value. Well, it's millions. Here's the interesting thing. The number 1 in this number has the same value as its place value, because that 1 is worth 1 million, and it also has a place value of 1 million. And we put a capital M, or write the word million or millions. It's up to you. And have a look at that again. Can you see it's a 1 in the millions column? So its value is a million and its place value is a million. Million, million, millions, or million. 345,079. Which digit has the highest value? Think about it. Highest value. It's definitely not the 9, because those are only 9 ones. The answer is the 3, because those are 300,000s. So the highest value is the 3. 345,079. Which digit has a place value of 100? Which digit has a place value of 100? Think about it, find it. Answer, the 0. There's the ones column, tens column, hundreds column. So which digit has the place value of 100? It's the 0. 574,923. Which digit has a place value of 10,000? You should be able to get this quite easily. Which digit has a place value of 10,000? Right, the answer is the 7. 1, tens, hundreds, thousands, 10,000s. $574,923. Which digit has a place value of, now I've just written it differently for you. That would be 100,000s. Which digit has a place value of 100,000s? Think about it. Get your answer in your head. It's the 5. 10, ones, tens, hundreds, thousands, 10,000s, 100,000s. It's the 5. Now, you might want to pause the video when you do this one. What is the largest number you could write with these digits? The largest number you could write with these digits. So in other words, you can arrange them in any order you like, which is the biggest number you can get. Think about it. When you're ready, continue. The answer is 7,620. Why? Well, we take the biggest digit we have, the 7, and we put it in the biggest column. And we have the lowest digit we have, the 0, and we put that in the smallest column. What is the smallest number you could write with these digits? Pause the video if you need to. 1,589. So this is the opposite. We have a 9 there. That's the biggest digit. We don't want to put that in a big column because it's going to make our number bigger. We want to put it in the smallest column there is, and that is in the ones column. There is a smaller column that's called the tenths, but we're not working with fractions today. We're only working with whole numbers. Now, this is a little bit of a tricky one. You must use all of the digits. What is the smallest number you could write with these digits? You must use them all. You might want to pause the video, puzzle it out a little bit, and see what you come up with. And when you're ready, we will continue. Now, some of you might have written that, which means you understand. how numbers work. But we don't write numbers like that. We don't put zeros on the left of a number. We would just write this as 345. And you were told you had to use all of the digits. You've got to use them. So while that shows me that you understand the maths, you can't write that zero there. So the next best thing is to put it in the next biggest column, which is this one here. 3045 would be the best answer. That's not wrong. It shows you understand the maths, but you can't put a zero in the beginning, so you need to just move it one along. Which digit has the highest value? We might go a bit quicker now. Which digit has the highest value? Ready? Yeah, the 4. What is the value of the 9? What is the value of the 9? What is the value? I didn't say place value, right? I said, what is the value of the 9? 90,000. And you could have written in words, but 90,000 like that's good. 4,097,823. What is the place value of the 0? What is the place value of the 0? Find the 0, work out the place value. It's 100,000s. So ones, tens, hundreds, thousands, 10,000s, 100,000s. 100,000 written like that, or like that, or like that, or like that. 6,974,823. What is the combined value of the 7 and the 8? So I'm going to ask you to take the value of the 7 and the value of the 8 and put them together and come up with one number. If you need to pause the video, do that before you continue. Here we go. 70,800. You see we've just taken the 70,000 out and 800 out and put them together. 2,954,451. What is the combined value of the 9 and the 1? The combined value of the 9 and the 1. Think about it, get your answer. Answer is 900,001. We take the 9 out, which is 900,000, take the 1 out, which is 1, and the rest is all just zeros. Right, we're done. I hope that made it much clearer for you. If you think you need to watch the video again, guys, do it. Watch it over until you understand this 100%. I'm convinced that if you didn't get it now, watching it once or twice more will definitely help you understand what we're talking about when we talk about place value. And remember, this only applied to whole numbers, but it pretty much works the same on the other side of the decimal point with fractions. And consult my other video if you think you're ready to watch understanding place value with decimals.